there's no news about secret societies because
They're secret.
ah, we're done.
End of show. Welcome to another episode of Cranial Diarrhea, the second of the same night, posted a week later.
Yeah, we don't wear the same clothes
So
every day.
we're dressed the same and we're in the same place. Also, I do want to explain this beautiful collage behind me.
I've seen that. I meant to mention that in the last show. That's really nice.
So these are all shells that I found in Florida, and they have been mortared to a piece of plywood. I have another one over there.
That's really nice work. Shall we proceed?
So I was gonna hang them, but they're super heavy, and I'm worried about them falling and breaking.
Yeah,
So,
because they're really nice. That
Yeah.
is really nice.
yeah, I worked really hard on that. And if you can see, like the middle, I've got all this small, anymore.
OCD much?
So I thought today, since we don't have a topic, I would just interview my dad because I don't know a lot about him other than like I don't know a lot about him before I knew him. So
Isn't that the case in most instances?
no, because like
I
with
knew you
like with
before I
no,
was
because
born.
with my other dad, I grew up hearing stories of things that he had done.
Now, how are you going to know whether I tell the truth or...
I guess I'm not, but I hope that you do because I would like to know.
Okay.
All right, so Dad, where were you born?
I was born in 1967
Okay.
in a hospital.
What hospital?
You see, the one they were beginning to build, it was just open walls at the time.
Dad.
Rutherford County Medical Center. Rutherford County Hospital, I think it was called at the time. Murfreesboro.
Okay, so you were
The
born in
old
Murfreesboro.
hospital in Murfreesboro.
Oh, okay. Do you know I was
Yeah.
born in Nashville?
Yes.
Anyway.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. They say that, but I really think I crawled out from under a rock.
Oh, you think so?
So,
So, when you were born, did your parents live in the same house they live in now?
I'm trying to remember when I was born. No, they did not. They
No?
actually, the only house I remember before the house they live in now was the house right next door that they lived in, and they sold it. They owned the lot, so they built this house.
Okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes, that little yellow house next door. I was probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in the, somewhere in those first 10 years. I don't know. It's a long time ago.
Okay, where'd you go to elementary school?
I went to Laverne Primary. I remember my first grade teacher's name,
Okay,
Miss Salisbury and Miss Hines.
I bet they're dead now.
Oh,
You're so
my seventh grade teacher's not.
old.
He's actually
So
one of my teachers.
did you go to that school K through?
Well, that one was like K through 5 at the time, I want to say, and then sixth grade we went over to Roy Waldron,
Oh, I went there.
and that was 6 through 8 at the
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
And when we were there, Miss Mayfield, Carl P. Mayfield's wife, was actually one of the teachers there. Floyd Mayfield was the principal. So I went there 6 through 9. And then Laverne did not have a high school at the time, so we all went to Smyrna High School.
Okay.
Laverne and Smyrna.
Interesting.
I roamed the halls of Roy Waldron.
I did too. That's the school that I went to when we first moved to Rutherford County.
That's cool. Green and gold were their colors.
I don't remember that. I just I spent I only went there for a year.
I think the Lakers, was it Roy Waldron?
Honestly I don't know, Dad, because the year that I went there, I was bullied nonstop, so
Give me that.
I could. I absolutely could. Um, okay, so we nailed the schools down. Where'd you meet my mom?
McDonald's.
In Antioch?
Yes.
Okay. Where'd you meet my stepmom?
High school.
You went to high school with her?
Yes.
Okay.
We went to high school together. Funny story, I actually shouldn't even be telling this, the press on it.
Ooh, I'm excited.
But I would, because I worked at McDonald's, but I'd come in,
You gotta speak up.
I would get her homework and copy it,
Yeah.
and then I would outscore her on test. So, I don't remember what year it was, going into junior year, I think, or maybe one of those. This teacher tried to get us to take this higher level math,
Mhm.
and your stepmom signed up for it, and I signed up for it. I went in there first day, and she assigned homework, and I said, "See ya." I went to study all.
Hard pass.
Yeah, I'm done.
So what
That
was
was
your
random. There's a guy moaning.
what was your first car?
My first car was a '76 Monte Carlo. Tricked out, souped up.
Was that the car?
That was the car.
Ew. Okay.
It was a fast
I
machine.
have to explain
I
it
kept the
in the
motor
best way I
clean.
can. Um,
It was, you know that baseball player Dave Concepcion?
had it not been for that car, I would not be sitting here.
It was a fast car. It's a fast machine. I kept the motor clean.
You did something in there. Okay.
That was a. I mean, it was a cool car. It was fast. I had it dualed out. It was loud. I had the deep dish crackers on the back, shallow on the front.
So
Chromed and
did you play? I know you played sports, but did you start in elementary or did you?
I started when I was young. Uh,
Was it only football?
Mainly baseball to start with, and then
Okay.
everything else kind of filled in. But then I had a back injury that kind of ended everything. So moving
You
in,
never played basketball?
I
You did.
did, and I actually had in high school, I had a coach come to me that was putting together a special team, uh, kind of like an AU scout type thing,
Hmm.
and wanted me to play. But that was about the time I was getting a car and all that stuff. So it just kind of, with the injury and all, everything just kind of fizzled.
Okay, so
I was really good. Let me tell you this. I don't remember what grade it was. Like one of the junior high. I think it was maybe ninth grade. Uh, I was out and I was a lineman, so they thought. But we were running just out, racing, horsing like guys do. And we
mhm.
started doing it as the team. Uh, and
Yeah.
I actually outran the receivers because I was really fast for my size,
Oh.
which opened a lot of eyes. But then I fell off a ladder, injured my back, and that was it.
What were you doing on the ladder?
I was painting a gutter at the
Like at
house.
home?
Yes,
Yeah.
at the house. And I think someone of the opposite persuasion may have walked by, and I kind of turned to look, and I went down and I hit the corner of my back on the corner of the porch and kind of bent my spine. And then Dr. Pinto said, "Boy, what'd you do? You done messed up. You can't play no more. I got this pig in the ground at home I'm cooking." Dr. Pinto was the only doctor in Smyrna. Well, I mean, there may have been one or two others, but there wasn't many if there were.
Hmm.
But he was Cuban. He was from Cuba. And he was smart. He was great. But he would come into your room and he'd be smoking a cigarette. There was ashtrays in every room, and sometimes he'd come in smoking and holding his drink. But that's the way it was back in the day.
Yeah.
But he always fixed you.
Fixed you.
Yeah, I mean, he would give you a shot or whatever.
So let's backtrack a little because I don't know anything about your parents either. So where was your mother born? Was she born here, like in Tennessee?
Yes, it was in Tennessee. Now I might be. I might have to try to remember all this. Okay,
That's fine.
I want to say they were both from Last Cassidy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think.
Do you know how they met?
Believing in school because like my mom's family, there was like 15 kids,
Hmm.
and
Whoa, what?
yes,
Her parents were
yeah,
busy.
and on my dad's side there was 6, but I think
My
they all kind of went
God.
to school together too because it was really
So your
small
mom
back then.
has 14 brothers and sisters.
Well, a lot of them have passed, but yes.
How many does she have left?
There's only 6, 7.
Okay, so where is your mom in the order there?
Oldest. She's the
She's the
oldest.
oldest.
Yeah,
Okay.
she had to help. She was the one when they were growing up. Like she had to help fix meals and take care of. Like she's the oldest, and the youngest is about the age, about Actually, it's young. He's younger, a little bit younger than Gregory. Maybe
Okay.
Wanda's age.
Interesting. All right. And your dad's one of 6.
Right, and he was the oldest as well.
Wow. Okay.
And Roy, I think you met Roy one time. Real
I have
tall.
no idea. Probably not.
Him and Daddy look like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Roy's like my height, and Daddy's like,
Yeah. So when did they get married?
I know it was on January 1st.
Wow, really?
Yep, a long time ago.
You don't
I
know the
can't-
year?
I couldn't tell you.
I know when my parents got married, but only because I was in the wedding, and my sister was born like literally a year later, I think.
Honestly, we get married like maybe 70 years or something. or more.
Wow. And so Rick, you're you have. Sorry, I'm choking. You have a brother and 2 sisters, and they're all older than you.
So they tell me.
So they tell you
I've never had that verified medically.
that they're your brothers and
Right.
sisters. Well, there could be more.
These people are going, what am I watching? Holy mackerel.
And when did they move to Laverne? Do you know?
I have no clue. As long as I can remember, they've been there.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. And Jewel is her real name.
Yes,
That's an interesting name. I've always thought that was an interesting name.
yes. I guess, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was.
What's her maiden name?
Brewer.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I almost said what was his maiden name. That's wrong.
Well, let me try to figure that one out.
They just made up their own name when they got married.
Well, you
That's
know,
how that works.
back in my day, man, didn't I remind you?
So they owned
Things have changed.
gas stations around here, right?
On the concrete business first, and then gas stations after that.
A concrete business. Okay.
Yes.
They sold that, obviously. Or-
I'm
Went
reckoning,
under?
yes. I think he sold it.
Okay.
He sold it. And then decided to go into the gas station business.
where he made
He's
all
always
the
been
money.
full of hot air.
It got you through, didn't it?
I guess. I don't know. I remember working out at one of the gas stations.
Yeah.
I worked there one summer,
Mhm.
and I never went back. Because we'd be out there at 5 o'clock every morning
Mhm.
before the sun came up, and we'd work till 5 o'clock in the evening.
And was it full service?
Full service.
Oh.
I like pumped gas, did some oil changes, change tires, that kind of thing.
So you know how to change oil.
I do. Did all that.
Interesting.
And I said I worked a full summer. I did not. I worked 2 weeks until my first paycheck, which was a whopping $35.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm going to
Wow.
McDonald's.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Okay.
But that was like when I was 14. So I mean, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't mind. It didn't
So
matter.
how old were you when you met my mom?
16, 17, somewhere in that range. 17, 18,
You were 17 when you knocked her up?
17, 17 or 18, depending. Yeah, 17.
Okay. Now, did you date my aunt first?
What kind of questions are these?
Questions that
Yes,
my,
please check for your food. And
that
see
my
if it's
mother's
all
gonna love when she sees this.
Oh, look at you, granddaughter. You're so cute. Oh, no, y'all look so much alike. That's awesome. We went out a few times.
Okay.
Man, what is this hot seat crap?
You said I could interview you.
You okay?
Yes.
I'm
You
answering.
have to answer.
I'm answering. It's all good. Just, I'm gonna delete this whole show.
You can. It's on my
So
laptop.
yes, the answer I guess would be yes. We went out a few times.
So
More, I mean,
you went out with her a few times, and then you met my mom, and you were like, "Oh, she's like way hotter." Is that how that went?
so
They're twins, by the way. But you can tell. I can tell the difference
Okay,
between
let
the
me say
two.
this. Both were super sweet, but I think your mom and I have more in common.
Had more in
Obviously
common.
not, because you never
I
got
don't
married.
know. I
Okay.
don't know.
But you looked at my mom and you were like, "Oh yeah." But my aunt was
I
like,
didn't. Well, okay, back in the day, maybe I did. But I mean, no,
Oh
I
my
don't know.
god.
I don't know how to answer
"Listen,
that
I
one.
have to listen." In your defense, though, they were both like smoking hot
Ew.
Yeah.
back in the day. They
Yeah.
were very, very, very pretty.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, and I don't. My mom, I think, has aged
So-
a little more gracefully.
So I will answer
Um,
by saying, yes, there was something that was more attractive to me about your mom. I'm not.
Yeah, because my mom's like a fox, man.
Dude.
What did the fox say?
I'm excited. If I grow up and look like her,
What do you mean?
Hopefully
you
you
are
get.
grown up.
Hopefully you get her.
yeah, I am grown up, but I
Hopefully
mean,
you get her good genes and not.
you get older.
Not mine.
He's a babe. I'm like, I always tell Brandon, I'm like, you're so lucky. Look at my mom. If I look anything like her, man.
I'm gonna look like daddy.
And then I look at him and I'm like, if you look at your dad, I don't know.
Mama, I'm screwed.
No, you'll be all right.
No.
All right, so
So, yes.
okay.
I don't know how
Move
else to
on.
put that. But
Move
yes.
on. Move on. Move
Yes.
on.
Does it make you uncomfortable to talk about those years?
No, not at all. I don't. I mean, like that question you asked there. I mean,
I asked that on purpose because
Yeah.
I knew it would.
but the
Embarrassed.
reality is, yes, there was something that attracted me more to your mom.
Yeah, because she was stone cold fox.
But
True.
no, it doesn't. I just
My mom could have been a model. Straight up could have been a model. 100%.
I thought
They did
some
a
modeling,
few,
yes, like modeling.
yeah.
Yeah.
but I think and I might be biased, but
I don't know.
I can always
Oh, I agree.
I can always tell the difference between I could always tell the difference between her and Stacy, and I guess that's
So
because she's
could I.
my mother. Um,
Mama,
but I always thought that my mom, she just has a softer, more feminine beauty than my aunt. I don't
And maybe
I don't know.
that's yeah.
Yeah, well. Cheers to you,
I'll
Mom.
just answer yes.
I'm gonna text her and be like, "You have to watch this." I might post this one before the other one. So, okay. Um. Okay, so where were you when she told you I'm having your baby? And as a 17-year-old, what was your reaction?
uh,
He said, "Oh shit."
no.
Yeah, he did. Oh shit.
Honestly, I don't remember.
You don't remember being told that you're going to be a dad?
I do, but I don't remember where I was.
Okay,
I
so
think it was just like, oh,
you were just in shock, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. You don't remember the conversation?
Not verbatim.
Father of the year.
Do you remember? I don't remember.
I
a lot of
100%
conversation.
remember.
I don't remember.
I was in the hospital when I found out I was pregnant.
But see, I think that's different for men and women. Because yes, we're excited
know,
and
Brennan
all of that,
remembers.
but I don't know.
I don't remember.
Next question.
I was there.
Because I think his reaction was, fuck. That was his reaction. He doesn't want to
I
say.
don't think that was my reaction.
What was your parents' reaction when you went home and said, hey?
I don't know.
Oh my god, you suck.
I'm not getting the information
Everything
I
was.
need here.
I mean, it just. I guess it was just. I mean, it just. It is. I don't know. I don't know what the. By reaction, I don't know exactly, like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying.
Were they mad? Were
No,
they...
I don't think so.
I think they might have been.
I think at first it might have been maybe shock was the word, but
Uh-huh.
then, you know,
And okay, so Beverly had... Are Shannon and Lisa both older than me?
Shannon?
I think they both
I
are,
think they
right?
both are.
Yeah, so they're the first, right?
Now, is
Or did
Lisa,
Ricky
how
have
old is
Shauna?
Lisa?
I don't know.
No, I think it's Shannon, Lisa, you, Shauna, maybe Ashley,
James.
then James, then Paige.
Okay. That's it though, right? Is that
I think
it?
so.
So I'm third in line.
Yes.
Third oldest. Okay.
Wrong.
Third in line for the throne. The throne, the toilet.
The
toilet.
throne.
Okay. Let's
I mean, but now let me kind of justify all this by saying I'm old and I don't remember a lot of stuff from back in
I
the day.
think your
Like some of this stuff
I think your memory during this questioning is a little selective.
no, I'm really being honest. I'm just old. Just old people. Old people
Okay,
don't remember a
so
lot of
due
stuff.
to certain circumstances, and we won't go into it, we didn't meet until I was 21. Okay, and
I know where that was.
we met through a mutual friend.
Yes.
What was the reaction you had when you got that phone call? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I was actually kind of excited.
Oh, I heard.
You heard it all. I was really excited. You could tell by the bowling alley. You could tell by my face.
I think I think when you saw me, it was kind of like, eh, and then you saw that I was carrying another human, and you were like,
No, I was excited.
because I think
Yes,
you, your food's here.
the food.
I think
Haha.
when we walked in, and I could tell when your wife looked at me, and the recognition hit, and she was like, okay, this is legit. Like this is yeah.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah, this is legit. And then she looked she like panned over, and then her eyes got wide when she looked at Angela, because Angela was, I think, wasn't even 2 yet.
Right,
She was
she was
just over a year old. And her eyes got wide, and
Yeah,
then
see, I couldn't have told you exactly how old Angela was back then, but I knew she was small.
she was little. And then we met at the bowling alley,
I could have done the math.
which was not ideal because you were talking to me, and you were like really in depth talking to me. I couldn't hear a word you said.
And then no wonder you just kept sounding like,
I just kept going because I couldn't hear anything.
What was I doing?
I could not hear it. You were playing with James. My brother picked you up, and that was all she wrote. It was like instant. He was in love with you, hardcore.
Andy wants in.
Push, 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 push,
That door he struggles with.
push,
I wonder why.
push,
You think it's because it's coming off the steps like that?
Maybe. So you see me for the first time. What's your reaction? Like, yep, she's mine.
I saw my
Yep.
beautiful daughter. Nothing else.
Yep, that's my face on a female body.
You're my
No,
fault.
you're prettier than that.
Aw.
Much.
And interestingly enough, and you and I know this, but we met for the first time on Father's Day, and I actually it was weird because I had this, I talked that I have these plots running in my head constantly, and so the week leading up to this, the week leading up to the phone call that our mutual friend had made, I was like, I had this plot in my head because I'm going back and forth. Like, should I do this? What is this going to lead to? Like, whatever. I had this image of this man that was not you, like this dark-headed man, meeting him and him immediately saying like, "You don't. Nope. You're not mine."
Okay, wait a minute. So this dark-haired man that wasn't me. What is?
Yeah, that's just what I saw in my head.
I will tell you this. Okay, so that kind of melted me, but later that day when we were in the driveway and you go, If I call you dad, okay, you had me wrapped at that point. Just so you know,
That day,
but you had me wrapped at the bowling alley, but that just kind of wrapped it.
they were going to,
That pickle smells good for some reason.
y'all were going to your parents' house for Father's Day.
Were we? I have no clue.
Yes. And you were like, we're going to drive by the house so you know where we live. And I was like, okay.
Ooh, thank you.
I broke it with my hand.
And anyway, Callister's has good pickles.
I was going to say that's really good.
It's really good. But anyway, he said we're going to my parents' house for Father's Day, and you're welcome to come if you want.
Did I warn you about how big everything was going to be? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Let me apologize.
But
for
I
that.
said okay, and I think that was a mistake because when we get there and I walk in, and when I tell you, awkward doesn't even begin to describe. Because I walk in, right, and my husband has my daughter behind me, and I'm like taking the full brunt. Everybody's looking at me, and the whole house went quiet.
Did it? I don't
Yes,
know.
there wasn't a sound in that house. It was white, dead silent.
If I entered the house, there had to be a sound.
And they're looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what's happening. So then you guys take me around and start introducing me to people, right? And your mom was having none of it. You remember that?
I don't. I honestly, I don't.
She was not thrilled. She was not happy that I was there. But in me showing up, it was like this huge buzz, right? Because I guess you guys called ahead and you were like, they're coming. And so then it had to be explained who I was to everyone, right? And in that happening, one of your sisters let out one of your brother's dirty little secrets too.
Really? What?
Yeah, that he had been married before, and his
Oh.
kids didn't know.
Really? That
Yeah.
came out.
You don't remember?
I
I
do-
think
I-
it was.
I-
I want to
honestly, I
say
don't.
it was Wanda or Beverly. I don't remember who it was, but it was a huge. They were making a huge deal out of me, out of you having another child that they didn't know about. And Wanda and Beverly were like, "Okay, get over it. Your dad was married before your mom," and it was like this whole. Yeah, it all
Wow.
came out that day.
Must have missed all.
It all. So it was awkward AF when I
That's
walked in
funny.
there.
I wish I could remember that one. That's funny.
And I wish that I hadn't have done that because it was a lot. It was a lot. There was
That
a
is a
house
lot.
full of people and they're staring at you and it's
It is
just
a lot at once.
whew. Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
I did. I did. 100%. And then I think the first get together that I remember your mom would never refer to my mother by her name. She would just call her.
Really?
Yeah. Teresa came to pick up Angela one time, and she was on the phone with your mom, and Teresa mentioned something about my mom being there, and Teresa, your mom goes, "Oh, she was there, her."
He has a name.
Ooh, lady, calm your tits. It's been hard for me to get close to your mom because of that.
But now you're like a golden.
I know, but it was hard because I was so protective of my mother, and I am. I'm
Right,
super
so-
protective of my mom. But now, I swear to God, I hung the moon, man. That lady, she's probably trying to just get right with Jesus, but
I'm protective of you, Mama. I am.
yeah, I'm protective of all my parents. I have so many.
Except me. She just wants my truck. Every time I call her, you dead yet?
Whatever,
I'm just kidding.
whatever. I'm always on
First
your
thing she
case.
says when she answers the phone, "You dead yet?" I
I'm
need my
always on
truck."
his case because he's always out in the, like overheating and like ER visits and
I'm old. I mean, it's really horrible to get
Enough
old.
topic, people.
I'm like, I have so many parents and I have to worry about every single one of them. So if you could just like knock it out, like knock it off,
Knock it out.
fucking behave, man.
Hey, I still think I'm 20. What can I say?
Hey, you guys are really off topic.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh darn, we've hit 30 minutes. Questions over.
Mandy, you can't
I got out all I could. I got out of him all I could.
Nope,
Got
nope. Got out.
got
Got all the answers.
all
out of him that
the
you could.
information out of him that I could. There we go.
I'm old. I don't
You know
remember.
what's interesting is the next show he gets to interview me,
Yeah.
and I have to be honest. So
It's gonna be a fun show.
enjoy that.
It's gonna be a fun show.
All right. Well, until next time. Goodbye, Richard.
Glad this grilling's over, Una.